Hi everybody, so today I am making a potato soup and I figured that I would show you how I make it. I actually made this a couple nights ago and we are all sick, so I'm going to make some potato soup and then we're going to have some chicken noodle soup as well. But I wanted to show you specifically this recipe because it's so delicious. So I'm going to quick show you what you're going to need and then let's get into it. First is the vegetables you're going to need. I already pre-cut these. It took me about 10-15 minutes to do so. I have some potatoes there. You can use whatever you like. I had some Idaho potatoes left over. So this lasts us, a bag of potatoes lasts us 3 meals. So that's the rest of them. I have some carrots. I think I have about 3 carrots there. 1 onion and 2 stalks of celery. So you can choose what you want to put into it. You can omit some, you can add some more, but these are the 4 that I decided on. I have some chicken bouillon cubes. If you have the powder or your own chicken broth, you can use that. Half and half, Italian seasoning, onion powder, garlic, black pepper, butter, and flour. So let's get started. So one of the first things I do is I boiled 6 cups of water in my kettle. I'm going to put 4 in here and 2 are just going to remain in there for later. And I have my 5 bouillon cubes in here and I'm just going to mark it up to the 4 cup line. While I'm getting the rest of the soup done, this will be sitting and dissolving. So in this recipe I use a stick of butter. However, I only use a little bit at a time. So I'm going to take the first 2 chunks of my 4 and put them in the pot and turn on the stove and wait for that to melt so I can throw in my vegetables. So the first thing you're going to put in here are your carrots, and I just let these cook a little bit on their own before I add the celery and the onions. Now I'm going to add the onions and the celery and just let those cook together. I just remembered we had corn too, so I'm going to put in, there's about half a bag of corn in here, so we're going to pour that in, load it on up with veggies. Just use what you have. I forgot one more ingredient, and that is garlic. You can either get it minced in the jar or cut it yourself. However, I'm just going to pop that in there too. Now when that's been sauteing for a while, you're going to throw in the other 2 pieces of butter to make sure you have enough for a roux. So I'm going to wait until this melts into here and then we will make our roux. Alright, now I'm going to put my flour in. Let me quick grab it. And I really only do this by looks. I don't have an exact measurement, and I honestly think that's what cooking should be, is by taste and look and getting to know what you're cooking. So I usually put about 3 heaping tablespoons in there, mix it up and see how it looks, and go from there. See, now it's still, I could probably do 1 more and it'd be okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon, and that should be good. So mix that in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to let the raw flour taste kind of cook out. I usually start cleaning up a little bit while this is happening. You can turn it down if you feel more comfortable with that. But just make sure all the flour is mixed in. You don't see any more other than whatever is mixed in. And kind of just let it cook for a minute. Now, remember that lovely, lovely chicken broth we had? We are going to pour that in a little bit and whisk it in, and you'll start to see it thicken up. You're going to put a little bit more, whisk some more in, make sure it's all mixed well, and when it seems pretty good, pour the rest in and whisk that. And then you're also going to take those other 2 cups, oh, there's a little burnt spot. Those other 2 cups that are in your kettle or wherever you have them, pour those in there too. and then you're going to turn up the heat and let that thicken up. But before you do that, because I have no idea what I'm doing, you're going to put your seasoning. So put a little onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, and once again, this is just a taste. Just do a little bit, and then if you think you need more, you can always add more. We don't have very much Italian seasoning left, so I'm just going to pour the rest in. And finally, some black pepper. Now you're going to mix that up and let this come up to a simmer and thicken up. Now, since it is ready to go, you're just going to mix it up and put in your potatoes. And let those cook. I usually cover it and let it go for about 10-15 minutes. So as you can hear, I have an angry toddler because he's in timeout and an infant that's upset because he's not being held. So next, I decided, since I can do whatever I want, that I'm going to put Velveeta in. So I cut up what we had left of Velveeta. Use what you have is the only thing I can stress. So I'm going to quick put that in. And then I also have some half and half that I have to use up. So I'm going to pour some of that in there. Maybe I'll do the remaining of it. I have no idea. That looks good. Let's stir it up and see what it looks like. Let's see. That looks pretty good. We still have a little bit left, so this could easily make 3 pots of soup or more. So I'm just going to mix that in and then bring it up to a boil, let the cheese melt, and you will basically be done. So I will show you the finished product when it's finished. So here is the soup. It's nice and thick with your vegetables, and you have your potatoes, and of course it's like a yellowish color because of the cheese and your seasonings. It is so good. So you can adjust this, add more salt if you need to, add more pepper, but I think it is delicious. So if you like this recipe, give me a like down below. If you like our channel, please subscribe, or else we will see you guys next time. Bye!